This is the H14 wet and dry vacuum from our channel sponsor Dreame, who sent this to us for review and to test out all of the new features that now come with the release of their handheld cordless wet and dry vacuums, with the edge-to-edge roller that gets close to the baseboards and picks up debris without an issue, unlike other vacuums out there. And it has blown me away of how this wet and dry vacuum performed with cleaning up messes like crumbs falling from the table, or even tougher messes like sauces, which this vacuum picked up and cleaned with no effort, and with my personal favorite feature that I'm sure you'd appreciate, like the 180-degree live flat reach that allows you to get under furniture for hard to reach areas. But before I get into the best features of the H14, I'd like to show you what you get in the box and the setup process. The unboxing experience was great as usual, with the easiest one-step setup by simply inserting the handle into the main body, and the base station simply gets plugged in, and that's it. And of course, don't forget to take off all the protective film. It comes with an extra roller and a filter, which is really nice to have, and for maintenance, a long and soft brush that doubles as a hair removal on the handle, which is a clever design. And lastly, a bottle of cleaning solution to improve the cleaning performance on your floors. And with the unboxing out of the way, the first time I turned it on, I was pleasantly surprised on how much power the roller has, and the weight of the vacuum is significantly lighter and easier on the hands compared to others. And I like how much clean water it uses to get the floors wet before cleaning, which is definitely a big plus for me to see that. I immediately started testing out the performance of the roller and the suction with crushed chips along the edge of our island that we have, which is really common for kiddos to drop crumbs on the floor, and the dual edge roller did a fantastic job of picking up the crumbs off the floor, even at the very edge, which is just awesome to see. Then in another test, I added sriracha to the mix, and again, the vacuum did a fantastic job of cleaning the mess up with almost a single go, and a really cool upgrade is the display that shows you how dirty the floor is while cleaning and if it needs additional passes. Like in this scenario, the display went from green to yellow, then to red when I started cleaning the mess I created. So for me, this is a cool little visual to see the cleaning in action. The LED display is really nice, and it shows the most important information like the cleaning mode you're in and the battery percentage. Now moving on, the buttons that are on the vacuum at the top of the handle do a combination of things: powering on the vacuum, like turning on the self-cleaning mode when on the base station, and the button that switches between 3 modes: automatic mode, ultra mode, and suction mode, which is really useful when you have a large spill like I have right here, and you can see how quickly it picked up the water with one go and it sucked it up to the dirty water tank, so no more large spills ruining your floors, and yes, it was that easy. The vacuum has 18,000 PAs of suction and a more powerful motor, which is now 400 watts instead of the 300 watts on the H12 Pro, and you get higher RPMs with the H14. And like I mentioned earlier, the feature that most wet and dry vacs don't have is the lie flat feature, where the vacuum can fully extend to 180 degrees and lay on the floor with the special Omni wheel on the back that keeps the body of the vacuum clear from scratches, and to get into areas where many other vacuums couldn't, like our office underneath the storage organizer, and it reached to the very end because of how low it can get to the ground. And the coolest feature that makes all of this possible is the liquid separation motor that prevents the dirty water that is in the tank not to spill out when completely horizontal while cleaning your floors, and the suction continues to stay at full speed thanks to the new motor, which is pretty genius. And another problem that the H14 solves is the fact that the brush head is slim enough to fit into tight spaces that our plug-in Dyson just can't reach, but now this vacuum can because of the design that is unique with the edge-to-edge that can get really close to the edge, clean and mop really close to the baseboards around objects that other vacuums simply can't reach. Hair is also picked up effortlessly with an internal comb tooth scraper that digs deep into the roller so that the hair doesn't get tangled, which is nice to see Dreame fix a common issue that wet and dry vacs have. And once all of the cleaning is done, you simply take the H14 back to the base station and then click the self-cleaning button at the top, and the vacuum will start cleaning the roller with clean water and solution by heating the water to 60 degrees Celsius to disinfect the roller so you don't get any mold or smell buildup in the roller. The base station does all of this automatically, so no need for application settings to mess with, and what's cool is that it does it both in forward and reverse, so it further cleans out the roller. Then the only thing left to do is empty the dirty water tank and replace it back into the vacuum. But here's the coolest part of the H14 that none of the older vacuum mops have. We get an additional drying function on this vacuum that allows you to dry the brush either in a quiet mode that dries the brush in an hour, or 5-minute flash drying, which will be a little louder, but it is awesome to see that you have an option. So if you have kids and need it to be quiet, you have the option, which is really nice. Dreame did a really good job with the design of this vacuum with a really nice quality handle, and the whole vacuum looks very premium, and with the LED display that looks really nice, and all of the buttons with a really good click and feel to them, so you know if you pressed a button or not. I also like that the display is not a touch screen, so my fingers don't get the display dirty. Makes the vacuum look nicer for longer with less cleaning to do, and the voice prompts on this vacuum sound great with clear prompts, and you can actually adjust the volume to what you like, and with the buttons underneath the Omni roller, you can change the language if you need to. What's also great is the battery life on this thing, and it gives you a total run time of around 35 minutes because of 6 4000 milliamp batteries, and you can clean the whole floor without issues of the vacuum dying before you're even finished. The vacuum is definitely premium in terms of quality, but I will say that in terms of the price you pay, you're matching the quality and performance of the vacuums that cost 2 to 3 times more than the H14. With all of that said, the H14 wet and dry vacuum is a great vacuum that has helped my family to be on top of our cleaning and spills that are inevitable, and I love that I don't have to worry about cleaning up the mess manually and getting rags to do so. The 180-degree lie flat feature is simply awesome, and it got me into corners that I thought I'd never be able to clean up. But with the H14, I'm more than happy with the new features, and lastly, the self-cleaning that this vacuum offers, and the 2 separate modes of drying that gives me flexibility and choice. So if you're interested in looking for a new vacuum for yourself or your family, definitely check out the H14 wet and dry vacuum from Dreame, and I'll have the links in the description for you and pinned comment below. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and click the subscribe button above. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.